4:29 p.m., Tehran local time. The streets are choking with tear gas. 5,000 protesters have broken through police lines at Revolution Square. Iranian riot police are retreating. Molotov cocktails arc through the smoke. The supreme leader's portrait is burning. And in a bunker 17 meters beneath Jerusalem, the Israeli defense minister is watching this exact footage on 6 different screens. He picks up a red phone. 25 minutes later, 15 Iranian military sites are hit simultaneously. This is the story of how 25 minutes of chaos became the most dangerous strike package Israel has launched in a decade. 48 hours earlier, Iran's currency collapsed. The rial lost 37% of its value in 6 hours. Grocery shelves emptied in Isfahan, Shiraz, and Mashhad. The government blamed Western sanctions. The people blamed the government. Social media exploded with protests scheduled for 4 p.m. across 12 cities. Iranian intelligence knew it was coming. They dismissed it. They thought they could contain it. They were wrong. At 3:51 p.m., the first crowds formed in Tehran. By 4:12 p.m., 5,000 people had converged on Revolution Square. Riot police deployed tear gas. It didn't matter. The crowd surged forward. Windows shattered. Cars overturned. And 800 kilometers away, Israeli satellites captured every second of it. 4:17 p.m., inside the Israeli Defense Ministry operations room, 3 analysts are feeding real-time intel to the defense minister. Iranian security forces are overwhelmed in Tehran. Protests are spreading to Qom, Karaj, and Tabriz. Iranian state television has gone off air. The supreme leader's motorcade has been rerouted twice. The defense minister sees the opening. Iran's attention is fractured. Their command structure is dealing with internal chaos. Their air defense networks are focused inward, tracking civilian unrest, not external threats. He turns to the chief of staff. How fast can we move? The answer: strike package is ready. 15 targets. F-35s are fueled. We launch in 12 minutes. 4:23 p.m. The list is specific. 3 underground weapons depots near Parchin. 2 missile assembly facilities outside Isfahan. 4 drone manufacturing plants in Kashan and Qom. 1 command bunker in Tehran province. 2 radar installations in the Alborz Mountains. 1 logistics hub near the Iraqi border. 2 Quds Force training camps in Kermanshah province. Every target has been mapped for months. Every flight path is programmed. Every bomb is designated. The strike package uses 32 aircraft. 16 F-35 Adir stealth fighters will carry the primary munitions. 8 F-16s will provide electronic warfare cover. 8 more F-16s will handle air-to-air defense if Iranian jets scramble. Total ordnance: 57 precision-guided munitions. Total flight time to targets: 41 minutes. But they only have a 25-minute window before Iranian command regains situational awareness. 4:29 p.m. At this exact moment, Revolution Square erupts. Iranian riot police fire live rounds. 4 protesters go down. The crowd doesn't retreat. They charge. Police lines collapse. The footage goes viral instantly. Every Iranian general, every intelligence chief, every air defense commander is now watching their cities burn instead of their radar screens. The Israeli defense minister gives the order. Launch, 4:31 p.m. 16 F-35s lift off from Nevatim Air Base in the Negev Desert. Radio silence. Transponders off. They climb to 38,000 feet and turn northeast. The route is complex. They skirt Jordanian airspace, cross into Iraq at low altitude, then climb again over the Zagros Mountains. Iranian radar is scanning, but the protests have pulled 3 air defense battalions into urban deployments. The stealth fighters are invisible. The electronic warfare F-16s are jamming Iranian early warning systems with spoofed radar returns. To Tehran's air defense network, the sky looks normal. It isn't. 4:44 p.m. Inside the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Operations Center in Tehran, an officer notices something. A radar station in Elam province just went offline. Then another in Kermanshah. He checks the logs. Both stations reported brief interference before losing contact. He tries to call the protest coordination desk. The line is jammed. Civilian calls are flooding military networks. He escalates to his commander. The commander is in an emergency meeting about crowd control. The message doesn't reach him. 4 more minutes pass. 4:48 p.m., the F-35 split into 3 groups. Alpha Group, 6 aircraft, targets the northern sites near Tehran and Qom. Bravo Group, 5 aircraft, heads to Isfahan. Charlie Group, 5 aircraft, turns toward Kermanshah province near the Iraqi border. Each group carries Gibu 39 small-diameter bombs, 250-pound precision munitions designed to penetrate hardened structures. The first bombs drop at 4:51 p.m. The weapons depot at Parchin explodes. The blast registers on seismic monitors in Ankara. 18 seconds later, 2 missile assembly facilities in Isfahan are hit. Fire plumes climb 900 meters. Still, no alarm has been sounded in Tehran. 4:52 p.m., Iranian air defense finally wakes up. A radar operator in Hamadan sees 16 unidentified contacts. He reports it. His supervisor assumes it's electronic interference from the protests. Communications networks are overloaded. Text messages aren't going through. Radio channels are clogged with police chatter. The supervisor tells the operator to recalibrate the radar. Another 90 seconds are lost. By the time the report reaches URGC command, 4 more targets are already burning. 4:54 p.m., Alpha Group drops ordnance on the underground command bunker west of Tehran. The bunker is 40 meters deep, reinforced concrete. The Gibu 39s use delayed fuses. They penetrate, detonate, and collapse the structure. Bravo Group hits 2 drone manufacturing plants in Kashan. One plant is actively assembling Shahed 136 attack drones. The entire production line disintegrates. Charlie Group strikes the Quds Force training camps. Barracks, command posts, armories, gone. 19 minutes after launch, 13 of 15 targets have been hit. 4:56 p.m., finally, the order is given. 4 F-14 Tomcats scramble from Mehrabad Air Base. They're 40-year-old jets, barely maintained, but they're all Tehran has in the air. The Israeli F-16 air-to-air screen tracks them immediately. The F-14s climb to intercept altitude. They're too slow. The F-35s are already turning south. The F-16s fire 2 AIM-120 missiles as a warning. The missiles don't hit. They don't need to. The Iranian pilots see the launch, realize they're outmatched, and turn back. No engagement, no casualties, just humiliation. 4:58 p.m., the last 2 targets are radar installations in the Alborz Mountains. These are Iran's eyes into Israeli airspace. If Israel ever needs to strike again, these radars must be blind. The F-35s come in low, terrain masking behind ridgelines. They pop up, release, and dive. Both radar stations are destroyed within 30 seconds of each other. The Israeli strike package turns west. They climb, accelerate, and cross back into Iraqi airspace. Iranian air defense fires 12 surface-to-air missiles in desperation. All 12 miss. The F-35s vanish. 5:03 p.m., the Iranian Defense Ministry finally grasps what just happened. 15 military sites destroyed. 0 Israeli aircraft were shot down. 0 interceptions. The protests provided perfect cover. Iranian commanders are screaming into phones. The Supreme Leader's office demands answers. There are none. The Israeli jets are already halfway home. Iranian state media stays silent. They don't report the strikes. They can't. Admitting the attack would expose how badly they were blindsided. 5:19 p.m., all 32 Israeli aircraft land safely at Nevatim. Not a single scratch. Refueling crews swarm the jets. Pilots debrief in hurried clusters. The defense minister watches from the operations room. He doesn't smile. He knows the cost. Iran will retaliate. Maybe not today, maybe not this week, but it's coming. Still, for now, 15 Iranian military sites are rubble. Production lines halted. Command bunkers collapsed. Weapons depots vaporized. And it all happened because 5,000 protesters broke through a police line at exactly the right moment. 5:31 p.m. By evening, satellite imagery confirms the damage. Analysts count 57 impact craters. Secondary explosions continue for hours at the weapons depots. Iran scrambles to move assets, disperse command elements, and harden remaining sites. But the message is clear. Israel can strike anywhere, anytime. Protests or not. Air defense or not. 25 minutes was all it took, from chaos in Tehran to bombs on target. The Israeli Air Force exploited a narrow window and executed flawlessly. Iran's miscalculation wasn't ignoring the protests. It was believing their defenses would hold regardless. They didn't. This strike wasn't about revenge. It wasn't symbolic. It was surgical. 15 targets chosen for maximum operational impact. Weapons production disrupted. Command infrastructure degraded. Radar coverage is blinded. And the timing wasn't luck. Israeli intelligence waited for the perfect moment when Iran's attention was divided and its defenses were distracted. 25 minutes. That's how long it takes for a protest to become a strategic opportunity. That's how fast modern air power can move when the window opens. Iran learned that night what Israel has always known. Minutes matter, readiness matters, and chaos is a weapon if you know how to use it. The next time protests erupt in Tehran, Iranian commanders won't just be watching the streets. They'll be watching the sky.